Thank you very much, Ines, for the nice preparation. Yeah, thank you very much, and hello all together here in the first globally invoicing webcast 2026. Let's see what happened the next weeks, months, years, and so on. What keeps us busy? A little to my person. Maybe there are some new customers or participants in it. My name is Andreas Killinger. I'm 13 years at SEEBURGER. I'm the invoicing manager also for eText, Vida for What in the Digital Age, and SAP. I am also board member of the BER. This is the Invoicing Alliance in Germany. And yes, a little bit more to my interest to invoicing. We are also Pferd member. Pferd member is for the German format. It's Zugpferd, X-Rechnung, and so on, what is behind. I'm also GINA member, Global Exchange Network Association. So what means what happens, everything actually around the world. I'm also for the tax declaration, IDST, a part of the membership. This is for the e-reporting Germany in the next time. My part as a board member is also to lead workshops, Invoicing International, B2B enhancement, and so on. This is my new workshop, and we will see. Also it's very important for me since 10 years already, e-Rechnungsgipfel, e-invoicing congress in German language. It will be in June in Berlin again, and there are also some international exchange summits. In this case, what is the next for me now in Dubai, and then it goes further to Berlin, and so on and so on. There I'm a speaker, I'm a roundtable leader, and so on and so on. We're a Peppol member, we are a Peppol community at SEEBURGER. You must not search for anybody else or another service provider. We can support you so much. I am leading partnerships for SAP and DSAG and so on. DSAG, this is a German-speaking SAP user group, very big with 60,000 members, and I'm in the administration in this case. Just a little bit to myself, what we do. Some apologize in advance. We have a hard slide desk here with around about 60 slides. I will just get in small touch with some things. If you have more needs or you need more details, please get in contact to me or go to your sales person at SEEBURGER and to get contact to me. It doesn't matter. My email address is written by the end. Get in contact to me. There is no time to get too deep in details in this case. But let's see what is coming up the next time. Some invoicing mandates. We had a lot of changes during the new year, the change from 25 to 26. I will go to Germany a little bit, and then I will some important status things for B2B in Europe. And let's start with the upcoming invoicing mandates. We split it now the next 5 years. Let's be 26. I'm not going to say too much to Belgium. Belgium is live now since 1st of January with the B2B mandate. Now we cover B2G and B2B. And maybe if there's anybody doesn't know, so you have a little bit, this first quarter this year, there are no penalties. So until end of March, if you are not ready with implement your solution, you will not get penalties, so you are still free. But when you make the decision to order a service provider by end of March, then it could be critical. But currently, if you say, okay, I have another 2 weeks or 3 weeks, all is good. Croatia also went live in January. What should I say? Poland is a challenge, and Croatia is a challenge for all of us. The timeline was too short, 6 months after the government declaration, and now we have a lot of problems. They also brought a new, some new updates by end of January. We are going to install it because it's not really running well. A lot of problems and so on. If you need information to Croatia, please get in contact also for me. As a special solution for Croatia, it's not just to do it and send data. You need partly an extra service provider because in Croatia you must be VAT register, and SEEBURGER doesn't have a VAT registration number, so that means we're working together with partner. Let's go to Poland. I will explain in separate. France, I also have an extra slide desk. Let's go to 27, Germany. I also will have extra slides. Yeah, let's start with Spain. It's in cursive, I know, because the situation is very strange. In bracket is January to December. Yeah, what should I say? We don't have any information yet. Also, they announced any information. Yeah, the rule in Spain will be you need technical documentations, then it must be approved by the government, and by the end, it must also be approved by the kingdom. So, and then there is 1 year time to prepare. So in this case, it would be we get everything in February. The preparation time would start at March 26. So then would it be December 27 to start, but there's nothing yet. So I expect more or less that they will move the phase 1 to 28. We will see, I don't know. This is decision of the government. I can imagine they wait for the French government or France country mandate. We will really see. If I have more information, for sure in the next meter expert, I will inform you what happened now. In Spain, okay, phase 1 means, yeah, the yearly income, it's 8 million. If you have more, then it's phase 1. If you have less than in Spain, then phase 2, then it's 1 year later. Croatia, it's more Croatia phase 2, it's more the small companies. Slovakia, I will have an extra slide desk. I will explain later in this case. So what is still there? Oh, there is missing Greece. I totally forgot to put Greece on it. Greece did start on February this year with the big companies. And for the B2B mandate, this is the expanded from my data reporting in 2021 now to B2B invoices. The second phase will be October 26. And yeah, we will see what happened in this year. So this year we have Belgium, Croatia, Poland, France, Germany, and actually Greece. Yeah, let's continue to Estonia. Estonia is planned to launch in 27, but I have not really a lot of technical details. So I expect a little bit that Estonia will move maybe to 28. We will see with the B2B. As soon as I have more information, I will let you know in this case. Then we have Poland phase 3, I will explain later, and France phase 2, I will also expand later. Let's go to 28, Germany, I have an extra one. Let's go to Slovenia. Slovenia is also planned to do anything in 2027. I have also not so many informations yet. I hope they plan to have more information in June this year, and then hopefully I can say anything to Slovenia for the mandate in 28. Is always interesting to see in this case what happened so far. So the next one is Latvia. Latvia announced anything in June last year, so they postponed from January 6 to January 28. With the electronic invoices, B2G sector is already a mandate. I'm not sure, maybe you cover it already. We have different phase. In 26 is the voluntary phase. You can use it if you want to. It's currently similar like Germany. And in 28 is the electronic reporting and electronic invoice for Latvia. We will see what actually happened or not. Maybe they postponed, nobody knows. But currently the government approved, so I think Latvia is approved. Lithuania is the platform, is e-Saskiata name is the platform, like NAV Hungary or whatever. They are going to use structured invoice according EN 62931. In 2028, in January, should start. They are currently to discuss to do it via Peppol, because Peppol is using for the.
It seems that Andreas is actually not online. Just give him a couple of seconds to reconnect. Yeah.
Information.
Yeah. Andreas, just brief. The connectivity was interrupted as we before.
Remember? No, I can't see it because I closed it. What was my last? You remember message?
I think Lithuania.
Okay, once. Yeah. So we had a lot of technical problems. I don't know what happened today. Okay, it is. What should we do? Lithuania, let's go back. E-Saskiata platform, structure invoice to get planned in 2028. B2G is using Peppol since 2017, so hopefully they keep the same way. For B2B, we will see. We still have 2 years. We'll see what happens. Ireland is also important. You know, Ireland is a lot of business. You know that many companies like airlines, like special handy provider, handy producer have a location in Ireland. A lot of things goes with Ireland. They are going to get live in November 2028 with phase number 1 and phase number 2 in November 2029. This depends of the income. I have no information yet. We will see. I don't know. They also plan to use Peppol network. Hopefully it will be so. Let's see what happens. Norway is the next one. They announced anything in July, and also 2 phases. First phase is January 28 for resident taxpayers, and then also for big company. No, that's the lack. It's resident is for accounting to be able to issue e-invoices, and 2023 is to receive and book electronic invoices. Yeah. Peppol network is also under considering because they are using for B2Gs in 2019. So hopefully they will continue with Peppol in Norway as well. This is for all of us. It better by the end. UK is also plan a 4-corner model. What this means, it's Peppol. They will stop the HMRC reporting, the tax reporting, what it start in 2019. So far I know, if you're doing HMRC, then it will be not valid anymore in November 26. And they also plan to do everything via the 4-corner model with Peppol. So let's see what happened. Yeah, April 29 is really far away. And when we go to the rest of this part here, start leader is still not postponed. It was planned for the beginning of 28. Now we are in the middle of 2030. Sweden announced anything, Netherlands announced anything in 2030, but we have 26, and I think there is still a lot of time. I have maybe some small updates for you. If you are doing Hungary since 2018, Hungary is going to stop the real-time reporting, the business to text, or however the text reporting, probably at end of 27. So they are going to change to the Peppol network in 2028. We will see. Yeah, it was also for me very interesting, but it was, I heard it the first time end of 22 when I was in Lisbon. So you're going to plan also your existing solution for Hungary, maybe to change it in 1.5 or 2 years. Sorry, it was not my plan. It was the plan of the government. And one more further change for Denmark. Denmark is also going to stop the format for the Nemhandel platform because it is actually two different kind of platform. One is Peppol, one is the Nemhandel platform, is too much. We complained, for example, as a service provider, you see feedback about too much effort required. This doesn't make any sense. Nemhandel is 12, 13, 14 years old, I am not sure. And this is not, this is out of time. So what means we should really stop that. So I can imagine 1 or 2 years that Nemhandel stopped, depend on the contracts. And then we will go also to Peppol. I present normally for Denmark just Peppol, if it's a new way, for example. Okay, I think this is important. Hungary and Denmark is going to change the existing solution. You can be prepared. Good. Let's go to to the German mandate, status B2B mandate. Not sure you are, you must do it in Germany, but it is, I presented already 2 years, and this is close for the mandate. Typical scope and requirements. The typical situation in entire Europe is for domestic taxpayer, sending and receiving B2B invoices, and all others as well. They are registered with a VAT ID in Germany. They must do it. I think you know it. You must do it or you must not do it. You got it already from your tax department or tax advisor information. You must do it. It's B2B mandatory. This is step 1. On step 2 is the VIDA reporting, but this is planned maybe for the next time. There are some laws in 69 to run. Important is paragraph 14 USTG text law. This is very important because of the ED concept, but let me explain this a little bit in the next slide. Transitional arrangement, paragraph 27 USTG. Transitional arrangement is not for endless. It will be closed end of next year, I can imagine, but it describes the receiving of an invoice since last year in January and not the booking. So what means you must be receive able in an easy way, email, e-box, we name it low threshold receipt requirements, but you can also use Peppol for sure, and but you must not book it. You must be able just to receive it, and then you have time to type it in by hand. It must not be an automatically process, but in 28 it must be automatically, or better in 27, depend on the size of your sorry, company. You can use everything else if you want to. You can use paper invoice, for example. Then we name it another invoice, but you cannot open now a new way what is not listed in the standard of Germany. But here is important once again that you receiving and not booking in January depend on your size of your company, not the size, the income, what you have on your company in 27. And this is on, you can see it on the next slide. Here you can see wave number 1 or wave number 2 companies bigger than 800,000 or makes more money than 800,000 or less. Then you can wait until 2028. If you have the more than 800,000, I think this is 95% here in Germany. You must be ready to send invoices, and you must be ready since last year in January to receive invoices in one of these formats. X-Rechnung is also for Peppol, and Zugwert is it's a hybrid combination of PDF and XML structure. And since last year January, the paper or part or the PDF part has nothing to say anymore. It's not text relevant anymore. There can be written or what is not true or what not important is what is written in the XML structure. This is text relevant. So when if anybody say here is my Zugwert PDF, please use this, then you can then it's not text relevant. You can use it, but you must not trust them. You must trust in this case, or must be use the XML structure. Paper invoice is still okay, PDF is still okay, but you cannot send without asking any other electronic formats. You can also use EDI. If you have an EDI contract with your partners, then you can use it as well. But as you can see, it must be electronical. It must be. You must have a VAT extract of the EDI message. What does it mean? Easy to explain. An EDI message is confirmed for the future if it looks like a PDF invoice. There is not allowed a GLN number. There must be the complete address. There must be the complete tax ID. Everything what is standard on the PDF invoice, like address, zip code, and so on, name, must be written, must be visible in the EDI structure. Then you can use it for the future as well. And this is paragraph 14 text declaration USTG text law here in Germany. If everything selected in the internet, if everything it's in your EDI structure, then probably you can use it in the nearest future as well. So our task here at SEEBURGER, it is to check if you have an existing EDI message. Is this valid according paragraph 14? If not, you must do more, or you change to one of these other formats here. How is the rule outgoing, inbound? Sorry, inbound. Your supplier is already able to send EN69 to run. So what means it is X-Rechnung, Zugwert, ED according EN69 to run, or paragraph 14. Then yeah, you receive it as a customer, and then we pick it up, and then we will have a mapping in your ERP system. Currently, the way here, the first way is still the only thing what is still required. The long line here, this line here is still not a mandate. This comes up in 2027. This is the receiving part, and this is the booking part here. So when you receive it, okay, and you do it by hand, if you need help because you have 10,000 invoices per month, then we would pick it up. Doesn't matter, is es X-Rechnung or Zugwert from your email account, and then we translate it or map it in the final ERP system of your customer. If it's a Peppol message, and the email way will die in the nearest future because it's not safe, you get virus, Trojaner, and so on. If you use X-Rechnung via Peppol, what is actually a normal way since 2020 with B2G, then yeah, the translation or the transmitting works within the Peppol access point. It's a four-corner model, what means this is corner 1, corner 2, corner 3, corner 4. These corners here, like a letterbox on the wall, and between is a yellow book, a phone book, where we will find the recipient or the sender, depend on. We are also currently working on Zugwert via Peppol, but this is still an open moment. We think we will have a solution by the end of this year. Outbound, outbound it's different. You cannot send it in the in-house format. You need a translation in one of these formats, X-Rechnung, Zugwert. And the only thing what is different, if we are done with the solution, we would send it back to your email account of the sender. And the sender sends it from his email account to the email account from the recipient to the customer. It is by civil law not allowed, not allowed to send it straight to here. We must go this way, but it doesn't matter. The email way will die in 2 years latest, and then we have another situation. We'll see what happens in the next time. The same like via Peppol, this is the opposite way. It's the translation, or is this the traffic between the Peppol access points here, and also we can cover it. So why we need to go another way because email is not the best solution anymore. Let's go in the nearest future, the e-reporting, what is coming up. This is the current way here, 1, 2, 3, 4 corner. Then we have the 5 corner here or here, doesn't matter. We must stop the invoice. We must translate it in a VAT structure here, send it to a German text platform, and the German text platform continue it's to the EU text platform. It's the VEES. It's the database. That's why you cannot use this email way anymore, because we need to do it from the way of the invoicing transport and not via the email way. Let's go to the first B2B France mandate. Here I must say, next week, today in 1 week, I do a meter expert just for France, because I have no time, or just the time is too short here to explain everything in this 45 minutes here. So we need the 45 minutes just for France next week. The good message is here, you can see it on the, so normally it's in French language, I translated it to English. We are now a certified service provider for France since the middle of January. We are happy, we are proud, and so we can help all the customers. We name it not service provider, we name it PA. The old version was PDP, maybe you heard about that. And if you're interested, if you're not doing this together with SEEBURGER, maybe you would like to do it with anybody else. This is the list or the link to all service provider, which service provider is done, or they are still on way. Not everybody is finished with the integration testing and so on and so on. You can also lose your status. This is for sure. Look at this. You will find us, and you will also see that a lot of service providers are not done yet. Yeah, what is the mandate, or what is the scope again? It is B2B. B2G is quite old, from 2017 to 2020. Now we have B2B, we have B2C, and we have also e-reporting. And as you can see, PDB is no longer alive. It's now PA, approved platform. Approved platform is not correct, but in French language are the same language as well. If you are getting contact from us straight, 5th and 6th May, it's in Paris, the conference, the FNFE conference. I will be there as well, as the last year as well. You can meet me there. It's very interesting. 2,000 people normally are there. Sorry. Fact is, email is not a possibility anymore. It's like in Germany, it will also be electronic invoice via platforms, via Peppol. Yeah, 15 October last year was for all of us a Black Friday. It was not a Friday, but we named it Black Friday because France, yeah, did stop the free option to touch the PPF platform, the portal public facturation, and they also stopped the OD variant. OD variant was for the service provider without certification if they use the standard way, like Peppol or like FactorX, for example. They stopped that, and also for the free options, or for the flower shop on the corner, or for a bakery store, for example, because everybody must do anything in 26 or 27. This is closed. Everybody, all 4 million tax registration companies must use or must search for a PA, for a service provider, and so on. So this was the situation before 15 October. We had the OD for the easy, what should I say, for the standard invoices, or here the free option here to use the PPF. So for the flower corners, it was still written PDP. This is the situation right now. You cannot go straight anymore. You can use an OD if you have already in contact with an OD, but an OD must be a white label partnership with an PA in order to get active in France. I go more next week, next Tuesday. I go deeper in the situation. France e-invoicing mandate. There are 2 big milestones. It's the 1st of September this year. With around about 8,300 companies, they are affected to do anything. I must not read it. You can see what are the employees and the revenue and so on. You can see it here. And the second one is the 1st of September 27. But a big letters, big but. If this one here in 27 gets an invoice from this area, he must also get ready to receive and booked. He is booked also a part, not only like in Germany, just received. So it could be that the part of the almost 4 million could also be a part here. This I cannot answer. What are you affected? You must check it by yourself. Important is, once again, you can nothing do without a Peppol PA provider, like SEEBURGER or one of the other 100 what is listed in this link from before. You can nothing do alone. I get a lot of questions. Oh, I can do it by myself. I have a Peppol access point, but if this company is not certified, had no certification, then you can nothing do. You are blind in this case. Let's go to this is the entire architecture I will run over. I get deeper next week in this, but as you can see, there is not only e-invoices, there is lifecycle e-reports, and we have directory flow. And you see the first time here on the headline, it's BI, the I, international. What does it mean? I will explain it later. We have, first of all, the standard e-invoicing flow. This is easy. We get in 2 or 3 your data. We will do the required format for the recipient. Is this FactorX, what is parallel to Zugfeld? Is this Peppol, or is this out of standard, but according EN6? Everything is good. We will do this part, we get your data, or we do the data mapping back to your final ERP system. Here the way is, first of all, we must get in the directory. This is also part why you must be certified. The directory is located on the service provider and are connected to the PPF. You will not get the directory straight from the PPF. Only certified service provider need a directory of the PRs in order to see what format he wish, what is the final Peppol ID, and so on and so on. This is written here and can just get in use if you are certified service provider. Exactly. So what means we get in touch and get the information, transfer the invoice, and this is our invoice data stream to the PPF platform. You cannot do it because you get no login here if you are not satisfied. The most important thing is the lifecycle process flow, and this in this case there is a service provider they cannot help you completely. The French government would like to know what happened with the entire invoicing. So it is not only send and then then it's done. No, the corner four must get in communication via us, and it must give us at least one of these four lifecycle codes, 200, 203, status in this case. That is a must be. All these four codes must be able to send. It's a must. You cannot do it if you want. It must be able to send by corner four to us. Doesn't matter what kind of format is here. It's between now. It doesn't matter what is written here. It's the CEDAR format what we have to send over here. This is part of the service provider. This is not a problem. But you must say, okay, I accept the invoices. Okay, and if you paid the invoice, the government would like to know the same situation, or the decline, or yes. So you see, you must prepare your system, at least to send out these status or status. So everything is recommended, but it's not a must be, and status free of use. It's also possible. This is agreement between supplier and buyer. We are between. We will send it. We need the information, and you see. There's really a lot of things. We cannot know what happened with your invoice on your ERP system. You must inform us. This is, unfortunately, it is so. Lifecycle flow, and this is a lot of things to do. You must prepare your system. So the next one is the e-reporting. E-reporting is cross-border. Cross-border means all invoices is going to leave or leaves France, or is coming from another country and goes to France. So let it be here. You receive maybe a third provider, there comes an invoice in it, or you send from here to somewhere else outside of France and invoices. So we have another direction here. So receiving from a third party or from a third country. In this case, we need an e-report. So when you send an invoice from France, for example, to Germany, we need a tax declaration, e-report. Send it to us, we get forward PPF. When anything comes from here, we need an e-reporting. We will take the data and we will send it to the PPF platform. This is our part. The only thing what is different, we must not talk between the PAs, so between the service provider. So you must prepare your system. If you do Italy already, there's a similar like the Estere Metro. Maybe you've heard about that. So this is also declaration, preparing your ERP system so that we will get your data here. We don't know what is coming from a third-party solution. But here are other regulations, and I will go a little bit deeper next week. Are really interesting to know more. Exactly. Standard. I forgot anything to standard e-invoicing. I totally forgot. Here are 36 use cases. It's not only the invoice. 36 use cases. I will explain it next week, next Tuesday, or get in contact. I will send you the entire list to this. There is one more. I go in here. The one is the directory flow. The directory flow is also, this is the last line here. The directory flow, this is the updated phone book. I can go maybe here. This is updated phone book. The information you can get us also on the technical way, so that we put it in this directory, or we will have SEEBURGER from SEEBURGER part. We will have we will provide for our customers an app, and you can update the directory via the app or via a report. This is up to you later. But when you're going to do this with SEEBURGER, then we will you get all the information during the project start. E-reporting, yeah. This was to France. France normally, this was maybe 6 or 10, 8, 10 slides. Next week, I really, a bigger slide is I get more info. I will explain more information. Also, what means 8, 9, 10, and so on. I will explain next one, because then we have more time just for France. Let's go to Poland. Big milestones on Sunday or last Sunday. Poland went live with the first Monday, with the first phase. Yeah, but let's go to the objectives here. Yeah, what is the slide is actually from, yeah, you see it from 2022 by they postponed, they moved. It is currently the third attempt to get ready with this. It's for sure closed budget. CTC is continuous transaction control, so that means that everything is under control. They are planned to do the soft reporting to stop in the next time, And before you get struggled here, B2G doesn't run via the CASIF platform. They still have the PEF platform. It's from 2019, runs via Peppol, and has nothing to do with the CASIF platform. Big milestone on Sunday, 1st of February, CASIF 2.0 opened the doors. That you can send invoices straight to this platform. It seems so there are no big problems. 50,000 invoices, 320,000 users logged in, and so on and so on and so on. Yeah, it seems to be everything. It's okay, but let's see what happens the next 4-6 months. Is the system stable? Get it crushed or whatever? We will see. Nobody knows what happened in this case. But yeah, this is phase 4. So who is obliged? For sure, the same again, register in Poland, or better outside of Poland, but they have a VAT ID, and important what you need for registration, everything. It's the identification number, the Polish tax identification number, we name it NIP. You need it, and then you must do it in this case. You can also use for a foreign taxpayer. For sure, you can also send it with the UPO number to outside of Poland. This is not a problem. It is for sure. It is, yeah, it's possibility. You can use it because then you have the UPO number and so on. You see, we have domestic and foreign invoice, corrective invoice, self-billing invoice. We have just 4 use cases here in Poland. Okay, B2G and so on. No B2C invoices, but just for B2B, just 4 cases, and for France, we have 36 cases, and it currently goes up to 42 cases. But I will explain a little bit more next week. So this is the timeline here. Yeah, I do it great if it's done February 1st for taxpayers with an annual turnover of 20,000, 200 million, sorry, 20,000, 200 million Polish currency. These are around about 2022 euro. So if you have these more than 22 million euro, you must start or had to start already 1st of February. All the others can wait until 1st of April. Yeah, it's another 6 weeks. And if you're really a small and micro enterprise, you can see it. You have time until January 2027. Penalties are currently stopped. Penalties for these companies, they actually had to start 1st of February. They will not expect or you will not get penalty fees or penalties until end of this year. If you don't do anything until end of this year, you see January 27, then you have to you would get penalties. Yeah. So what means when you start this year in November, December, and you cannot get it, then it's your part, and this is your problem. Exactly, yes. How can you control it? There is not needed when you do payments or anything. There is no CASIF number or CASIF need a unique number, and so on and so on. Okay, the good thing is the negative point is here. This is currently the 3rd attempt to get live. It is working, all is good. FA, this is the format is FA3. FA2 worked also, but it was not good. Now we have CASIF 2.0, but this is the 3rd attempt. Poland is going to plan to stop this process latest until middle of 2030 and goes to the Peppol network. The exactly date I don't have. I cannot say it. Could be 28, could be 29. So this is attempt number 4. To get the system running. Sorry, it was not my plan. What should I say? So we have, for sure, we have a solution since 2022. We change all the time in our SEEBURGER cloud with our BizHub e-invoicing service to cut inbound and outbound via the CASIF platform. And let me go a little bit more in here and deeper how it looks like. I open everything now. The way here is invoicing data goes to us. We will send the invoicing to the CASIF platform. They do validation, assignment, you get the unique ID, timestamp, and so on. You could also use the archiving solution. I'm not sure that everybody used that, but it's possible. Then we get the response. UPO, it's not the number, it's like a small packages. We must take the unique ID out, map it back to your final system, because it must be, not visible, but it must be reachable, the UPO or the unique ID, if there is an invoice change, and so on and so on. KSIF will not inform the recipient that there is an invoice ready to pick up. So that means, sure, if it's an automatically process, we will do an API connection and look, is there an invoice? But is it a manual process? So that you put as a flower shop anything in here, the recipient will not get the information. You must inform the buyer in an extra email, hey, there is an invoice for, you can pick it up, for example. Also get it out, not a problem. We have also solution for do that. I can get here, I have a list with almost 200 points, what is behind the scene. I cannot get everything here in Poland. If you need more information to Poland, it is currently an old running process, and SEEBURGER has a solution. Come to us if you need help. Let's go to Slovakia. B2B mandate comes up. I told you already. You can do it already if you want to. And 01, it started by, I think nobody currently used it. There is already a B2G transaction over 5,000 euro invoicing amount, for example, via the ISE4 interface. It is actually running, but in 2027 it will be a mandate for sending receive structure invoices for domestic B2B and B2G. And in additional, but this is our part, is the real-time reporting. This must do it by the service provider. And then the last one for sure is the July in 2027 for the VIDA reporting, but it's the part of the service provider. So the only negative thing here is you cannot just start. You must be a digital postman. It will be a Peppol network for sure, but you must be a digital postman. Also here, like in France, you must run in a certification or accreditation process to that it be allowed that we can send invoices via the corner Peppol network here in order to send and receive. We are working currently on this process. It seemed, or it doesn't seem, this is not so difficult like the France mandate, so that we hopefully get done in the next some months to have these legal digital postman certificate to get active in also in Slovakia. It would be nice if you're here in this loop and you have the information that you have to do anything in Slovakia, that we get information in time so that we can be prepared and not start just end of this year. Yeah, you need to know you have traffic there on. Everything else, yeah, summary report, control reports will be stopped in July 2013. And you have any other jobs currently running, or this has nothing to do with the invoicing, this will be transmitted in the invoicing data stream in 2020-30. What is good, less administration thing, and so on and so on. Penalties, yeah, we'll see what happens. I have seen it somewhere. I cannot promise that it will really happen, but you see it's very up, 100,000 euro. It's not a small amount in this case. This will be the architecture from us. We will cover this with our BizHappy invoicing service. We have the Peppol access point. We hopefully have these digital postman certificates soon. And the only thing what is different, for example, to the Belgian mandate is this is just an outbound process to do text data declaration. In some other countries, also, for example, France or Belgium, you must also do it. In the case of inbound, you must send to the 5-corner model the text data declaration. So these are the first slides what I had to Slovakia. I'm pretty sure when I do the next one, maybe the next meter expert in May, for example, that I have more details. It is a growing process, and all time very excited what the governments are going to do the next time. What can we do for you? We are doing e-invoicing since the EU directive for mandates in 2014. We are SEEBURGER, you have seen at the beginning, we are this year 14 years old, 40. So what do we know what we do with e-invoices or e-order over whatever. We are doing it since 40 years, and sorry, we know what we can do. We try to provide solution for many countries. We have one invoicing platform we can run on-premise, cloud, hybrid for sure. On-premise and hybrid are still under questions. the next time, because when we see France, there is only cloud and so on and so on. We are able to integrate to SAP, to all the other systems for sure as well. So we have the mappings, it's not a problem. And we are not only doing the last one, we are not only doing invoices, we're doing also everything else, order delivery documents, VAT returns, and so on. Because the invoice is the beginning of the timeline. If e-invoicing is running everywhere, then we will switch, or then I can imagine it, we will change to e-order and so on, and so on. Yeah, this is, we are cover a lot of mandates already with the cloud service. You see it here in Europe. I told you Hungary will be stopped. Italy is also in discussion to stop and will change. Not stop, but will change. And yeah, Spain, we will see what happened the next time. We are also outside of non-Europe, and we have some integration project. Then it's not a service, because in some countries we cannot get active. For example, Croatia, Serbia, Denmark. If a service provider doesn't have a VAT ID, so what means that we have no solution, or the service provider doesn't have a solution, then we must work together with partner. Denmark, for example, is working together with a partner, Croatia with a partner, and Serbia as well. Malaysia would move to we are done with the certification for Malaysia. We have Peppol access point provider, and we have the solution. Then it's a service. This will change in the next service catalog. And you see we have also a lot of Peppol mandates outside of Europe and inside of Europe. You see we are also Peppol service provider for Malaysia. Was also a long way. But what should I do? We are currently working for UAE. I'm not sure it's running, and so on and so on. If you're already a SEEBURGER customer, then we changed a little bit our technical thing. I will explain it when we have an individual problem. Here on the left side, where the big red area is, it's still the the process mapping, everything in status information, but we centralize. We start already here with Poland, Germany, Belgium, or general in Peppol, and France. We will do it in the central invoicing service. So what means that will be here, where we can, on a central way, on a central platform, we can work faster with the installation, with the project for all our customers, so that we can not split, or that we have in every cloud box for all customers. Now we do it and everything on a central part. So in this case, we save a lot of time and costs for our customers. It went live now to 1st of January that the main countries for 26 are running our BizHub invoicer, or central invoicing service area. We will move all the existing other mandates, and what is coming up new, we will place this also. If you hear this word, then we have a reason for that. Yes, doesn't matter, the connectivity to customer, national partner, supplier, and so on. Everything is still the same, had nothing to do with them. And if there is an answer, status information, we will also transfer to your ERP system, and so on. Doesn't matter, it's Peppol, it's not Peppol, it's the UPO, and so on and so on. We have a monitoring, it's named message tracking, and we have also the possibilities to use illegal archiving.